Hello, family. It's Boy Dash with Mary Lee at 7:16 a.m. in my city, Chicago. Chicken Tuesday, July 29th, 2025. 100% on my phone. Just turned 7:17. I'm going all the way to 7:21. All right. Let's talk for real, Mary McNamara, like I don't always do. When you know I do. But anyway, I wrote a piece called Get a Job. Now, let me tell you something, Mary McNamara. I've been working ever since I was a brownie in the Girl Scouts. But I also had sense enough to know if I'm going to put in all the work, I'm going to keep the money, eat the cookies, or keep the cookies, or eat the cookies and keep the money. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. I've always been kind of like an entrepreneur or whatever and stuff. Now, I'm not advocating death or anything because, I believe, if you're working for a corporation, they should get theirs also. But, they like to pimp the girls or pimp people for their money. They wasn't giving me anything. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not, a person that likes to work for free. Long story short, I done had plenty of jobs. The most I've gotten for working is $8 an hour. And, when I work my butt off. If you know me for real, you know I'm not lying. Long story short. Also picked up crap, horse manure for free when I was in this program. You understand what I'm saying? And didn't complain about the smell. Now, I'm the originator rap since the age of 8, 1975, but I've never had more than $25,000 at one time. And that's when I was selling other people's music and movies and promoting them and stuff. And I, had a little business at the mall or whatever. Towards the end of my selling career was in like 2006 when I was at the mall. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk, when I made that money. So I've never had nothing for myself. Never had a new car, never had a day at a spa, never went to a basketball game, Never really had nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Long story short, I've always worked my butt off for other people. I remember I ran a whole barbecue place, restaurant, graveyard shift from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. for about 6 months when I was by myself. When I was, a teenager, well, the black guy, his own sons didn't want to work for him. That's how much of a cheapskate he was. And I was making $500 a month then. Right now, I'm not making much more than that on SSI, but I'm still working. My job is to, uplift the mind of the people who are getting screwed around on these jobs or not getting paid reparations like we should have gotten paid, or getting cheated out of their legacies and ended up dead like Ranch Allen and Malcolm Jamal and, Angie Stone and so many others who have gotten, killed for their, creative properties or whatever the case may be. Long story short, me being an originator rap, they never wanted to pay me because in 1995 I put my voice to 3 cassette tapes to the Sound of Music, the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech, front and back. And I told them I already know I'm worth more dead than I am alive. Just give me $2 million tax free and the rest could go to charity, which could have been reparations for everybody. And like the Bible said, split the money up and go back your way. We made plenty of money. Y'all just know, you know. If you bought anything, that's money. You know what I'm saying? We African Americans, people of color, have bought everything. So they got the money. They got reparations for everybody else, but not us. And so I feel as though people trying to back me in a corner when I know Proverbs chapter 6 says, they owe me. You understand what I'm saying? And Luke chapter 16 says, they're going to die if they don't pay me, pretty much. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm not confused. It is 7:21. I am not going to get a job, but you can check out my writing that I wrote about, get a job in the descriptions and comment portion of this video and stuff. So I believe they want me to be homeless like I once was because of them. And they trying to make an example out of me. And they never paid me for the last work I did. I'm independent and number one twice for a reason. That's 11. Long story short, I ain't got a lot of kicking and I ain't finna start now. White people, you owe me. And as long as you owe me, I'll never be broke. And this the once that became a